Hello and welcome to Natomas High School here in Sacramento, California on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions, as we get set for the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division IV Boys Basketball quarterfinal matchup between the visiting Sutter Huskies and the host Natomas Nighthawks, alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Scott Tedman. I'm Matthew Bissett. We thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday evening. Coach, these Sutter Huskies, they have the size. They've already pulled off one upset in these playoffs, but these Nighthawks of Natomas, they have been poised from the jump. They have a young team, but they're playing well beyond their years.
Yeah, they really are. The Natomas Nighthawks won the Greater Sacramento League, went 10-2. They're 21-8 overall. They will bring pressure for 32 minutes, will the Nighthawks, and it'll test the Huskies, who had a good test against Casa Roble, but they certainly passed the test earlier this week, and now we're here in the quarterfinals with Natomas. They had an impressive win over Colfax, 61-39 in the opening round here in the Nighthawks gym.
So Natomas led by a little guy, 6 feet tall, sophomore Mano Jenkins, 18 points a game on the year. And then you have Sutter. They're led by a couple of big guys, especially Jagger Beck, the big fella in the middle, tri-sport athlete, 3-sport athlete at Sutter for the Huskies. Let's take a look at Coach T's keys to the game. Coach, for Sutter, they got to move like Jagger.
Absolutely right. The big fella, the 6'6", Jagger Beck, he's the kind of focal point of the team, both offensively and defensively, and they just need to follow the big fella in terms of his lead. And if they do so, they'll have a good chance to pull off the W against here tonight.
And what's the big deal?
Well, what is the big deal? Gannon Deal is the big deal. The 6'1" senior dropped 21 on the Rams over at Casa Roble earlier this week, was the player of the game. We did that game. And he came in averaging 6 points a game, dropped 21, and was cool as a cucumber all game long. So Gannon Deal, he's the big deal.
Confidence got to be sky high for him going into this one.
Absolutely.
And for Natomas, Jenkins, MD.
Yes, we're not talking about a medical practice. We're talking about the Jenkins boys. Mano Jenkins averaging 18.2 points a game, filling up the stat sheet. And Darion Jenkins, the senior, 5'10", averaging 12.1 points per game, almost 5 rebounds a game, 3 assists, and 2 steals. That is Jenkins, MD, and that's the prescription for success for the Nighthawks here tonight.
And the Hawks fly together.
The Hawks fly together. You know, you look at the gym here, and they have soar all over the place, and the Nighthawks are looking to soar together. This is not the Mighty Ducks, it's the Mighty Nighthawks, and they soar together. They fly together, and they will certainly create problems for the Huskies in terms of their pressure defense and their pace of play. It's pace and space for the Nighthawks for the attempt to move on to the semifinals later on.
It's certainly not the first time that this Nighthawks team will be undersized in their matchup this season, one of the smaller teams we've seen, but in this Division IV bracket, they are one of the favorites possibly to be going on to play in the championship game at UC Davis. That'll be held next Friday at UC Davis. Sutter 19-10 on the year under Coach Nabil Badi. Really good season for Sutter. They play in a league where 12 Bridges ran that league this year, but they were right in the mix for that second-best team in that league. And boy, this Sutter team is no joke. They got the size, they got the skill, they got the shooting, and that impressive win over Casa Roble. Natomas 21-8 on the year under head coach Brian McKenzie. And what a fantastic year where, you know, maybe at the start of the year, some people who follow this Natomas program thought maybe they're a year away because of the youth. They said, no, our time is right now. They got the 3 seed in this bracket. Will only have to leave home after this round, assuming Union Mine, the 2 seed advances as well. But boy, what a season for this Natomas squad.
They really have. They're young, but and I would also note they are undersized, but they're averaging almost 35 rebounds a game. They team rebound. We've talked about that in some other matchups. It's certainly the case here tonight. As for the Huskies, they actually don't score quite as much as the Nighthawks, so they'll have to take care of the defensive glass. Opportunity breaks for the Huskies, and they'll want this more of a half-court affair, I think, tonight. It's also interesting to note that for the Huskies, their top 3 players are all seniors, so that experience could be important tonight as opposed to the Nighthawks who are younger.
Yeah, no doubt. The senior experience is always helpful in big games. Starters for these two teams. For Sutter, it's number 2, Jordan Lee. Number 14, Jagger Beck. Number 21 and 23, Izzy Body and Nassim Body, the head coach's sons. And number 24, Gannon Deal, our player of the game from Tuesday night's contest at Casa Roble. For these young Natomas Nighthawks, the starters, number 1, Aaron Wallace, the freshman, averaging 11.5 points a game. Number 3, Harold Beckwith. Number 4, Mano Jenkins. Number 10, his older brother, Darion Jenkins. And number 24, Achilles Terrell. As Darion Jenkins will be introduced last here to this home crowd. And what could very well be the last home game of the season for Natomas. Depending on how the bracket breaks here in the Sac Joaquin section, and heck, maybe even beyond for these Nighthawks.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out as you indicated. Union Mine is the 2 seed. They're going up at home tonight against Riverbank. But it's no worries about the semis. You got to take care of business in the quarterfinals. And as each round goes forward, it gets more and more exciting. You can feel the electricity in the gym. It's the quarterfinals here in the D4 boys section playoffs. Let's go.
Yeah, I think if you move on to the semifinals, you don't really care where it's at. We'll play in any gym, anywhere, if we're moving on to the Sac Joaquin section D4 quarterfinals or semifinals, excuse me, as we get set for the opening tip. The Sutter starting 5 out on the floor waiting for the Nighthawks to take the floor. It'll be Nassim Badi to tip it off, along with Achilles Terrell.
This will be a matchup of styles to some extent tonight, so when you're viewing out there, take a look at the Nighthawks speed versus the Husky size. Quarterfinal action here from Natomas High School.
Opening tap, won by Terrell. Here's Mano Jenkins. Up ahead, this is Beckwith. He is rejected by Body.
There's that size we talked about for the Sutter Huskies.
That was impressive first defensive play there for Sutter.
That was a no-doubter on the block.
Darion Jenkins to inbound. Gets it in on the baseline, blocked by the bottom of the hoop. That was Aaron Wallace. And now the Nighthawks showing this pressure early on. And they're going to hound the freshman point guard, Izzy Body. A little taller than what you're used to out of a point guard, 6 feet 3 inches.
Yeah, he's skilled for a freshman, but he's going to be tested tonight by the Nighthawks pressure.
There's Jagger Beck, and that's going to be a foul on Beck. A little hook there on Beck.
Yeah, they cannot afford to lose Jagger Beck. He's going to need to stay out of foul trouble. Got a little bit of foul trouble against Casa Roble, and that helped the Rams surge a little bit, so he needs to stay out of foul trouble.
And now 17 seconds into this one, he picks up his first foul. There's Jenkins down low, the floater up and no good. That was Terrell, and Beck secures the rebound.
Nice job by Beck just walling up there on the defensive end.
His Body with the drive and dish.
Beck can shoot it out there from 3. He's got a huge size advantage. Nighthawks in straight man. Good ball pressure, ball deny and help on the weak side. But there's the size matchup.
Good ball movement here, patient possession by the Huskies. Deal in the lane, no good. Beck with the rebound. Beck puts it back up and in.
Good take by Deal, even though he wasn't able to finish. His partner, Jagger Beck, puts it in for 2.
Took some attention from the defense, did he?
Yes.
Here's Jenkins with it. A bit of a zone look here from Sutter. Now Darion Jenkins will pull from deep. This one's off the mark. Jagger Beck comes down with the rebound, but it's going to be a foul called on Terrell. Achilles Terrell, a really well-built young man.
Yes, he is.
6'3".
Super athletic.
One of the biggest guys on the floor, or on the roster, I should say, for Natomas. And that one goes through the hands of Jagger Beck. Oh, no, it was deflected, excuse me.
Yes. Nighthawks set up in their 2-2-1. Will now be a 3-quarter court zone press.
Here's Jordan Lee. Now Body.
You want to go opposite. There it is.
So Deal lays it up and in.
Beautiful execution by the Huskies. That is a perfect way to break down that press. Sideline, diagonal, and a bucket. And the Huskies are picking up on the perimeter.
Jenkins on the baseline, floats up, no good. I think Deal got a piece of that one. Here's another floater. That one's no good from Beckwith. Put back up and in. That was Achilles Terrell with the first bucket of the game.
And a turnover by the Huskies. And so we talked about team rebounding for the Nighthawks, and that's exactly what they did on the offensive glass. They're very active as a group.
Yeah, you only usually expect that on the defensive glass, but the Nighthawks getting after it on the offensive glass. Here's Jenkins. Darion Jenkins steps through, float off glass, no good. Rebound, tapped out of bounds. It'll stay Natomas basketball. So despite the size advantage, Sutter having a problem here on the defensive glass.
They are. The Nighthawks are so quick off the jump, and right now they're beating the Huskies to the ball.
Here's Wallace in the corner, Darion Jenkins.
Super quick.
Three in the corner, Beckwith, got it!
Nice setup by Darion Jenkins, and they knock it down from three.
Beckwith averages 6 points a game on the year. Right back, Jagger Beck gets the cup. He's got 2 field goals.
Yeah, this press has not bothered the Huskies at all. Doing a nice job of executing and finishing. Deal picking up high.
Mano Jenkins pulls up from three, no good. Rebound secured by Beck.
Boy, we got a nice matchup tonight between Terrell and Beck inside.
It's going to be a battle.
It will. Terrell is a put-together young man.
That's a big block shot there. I think it was Jenkins got a piece of that one. Rebound fought for it. Jenkins comes away with it. Mano Jenkins in the front court. Kind of throws it on the bottom side of the rim, and then Izzy Body is out of bounds. When he touched it, it'll be Natomas basketball. We got something impressive. Mano Jenkins, he leads the team. It's just under a block a game on the year. Second on the team with 5.4 rebounds a game. But he does more than just score the basketball, and what an impressive sophomore.
Yeah, he does. He's averaging almost 5.5 rebounds a game, 4 assists and 4 steals.
Here's Wallace. A little scoop there, no good. Rebound secured by Deal. Oh, a little careless pass in the backcourt. Corner three, Darion Jenkins, no good. Deal comes away with it. There's Nassim Body down the lane. Lobs it to Beck, who lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's a great look by Nassim Body.
That is a terrific feed. He averages just under, not even, just over 1 assist a game. As Mano Jenkins knocks it down. And that is not the guy you want to get heated up.
No,
if you're the Huskies.
He can light it up in a hurry.
Beck from three, short. Look at all the Nighthawks around the basketball.
Yeah, they're just swarming to the ball. Very impressive.
Rebound secured by E.J. Rose, another freshman. Corner three on the way, Wallace, this one's long. Wallace gets his own miss. Rose in the paint, no good.
Natoma's so quick to the ball.
Every time the first one, loose ball. Jenkins for three, in and out. Beck with the rebound and a foul on E.J. Rose.
So we talked about the matchup of speed versus size. We're seeing it here early in the first quarter. Both teams playing to their strength, trying to get the ball inside to Jagger Beck for the Huskies, and for the Nighthawks just pushing the ball, knocking down the threes. 8-all, 3:43 to go in the first quarter.
A fantastic start to this one. The Nighthawks actually winning the battle on the glass, which is something I didn't think we'd be saying in this game. You look at that size mismatch. But they've been the first to every ball. And Jenkins with the quick hands knocks that one out of bounds. It'll stay Sutter basketball.
Yeah, the Nighthawks have held their own all season, though. They're averaging almost 35 rebounds a game. They are very active as a group on the boards, both offensively and defensively. They've shown that here tonight.
Jenkins knocks another one out of bounds. He does not want this ball to get inbounded.
No, they are just really, really harassing the Huskies right now. I think Sutter might want to spread them out a little bit like they did earlier. It was almost backcourt. And then look to the matchup inside to the big fella.
Here's Body.
Great defense by the Nighthawks on ball.
There's Izzy Body in the lane, goes up, no good. Beck with the offensive rebound and put back. He's got 8 early on.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem for the Nighthawks tonight on the offensive end. He's just so big and strong. Has a great nose for the ball as well.
Here's Jenkins over to Wallace. Wallace with the floater, got it. Nice shot there from the freshman, Aaron Wallace.
Yeah, and Phi Beta cap on that. We went to the floater instead of challenging Beck all the way to the basket. And we got a turnover.
Wallace with the steal. Here's Jenkins in the lane. Jenkins takes a ball.
Nice finish.
He gets the finish and the foul. Man, oh man, this sophomore is special.
That was impressive by the sophomore, Mano Jenkins. I like the way that the Nighthawks are attacking. They are not fooling around. They're very decisive with their attacks to the basket. Great finish by Mano Jenkins.
Free throw is up and good. 3 the old-fashioned way. Jenkins up to 6 points here early on for Natomas. Here's Body, beats the pressure. Beck will line up a triple. That one's long.
I think the Nighthawks will live with that all night long.
Wallace with the rebound. Wallace coast to coast. Wallace finishes. 5-point lead for the Nighthawks.
Their speed is really showing for Natomas. And now here comes the pressure.
Another steal by Jenkins. Jenkins, lefty finish.
Beautiful finish.
Good in the foul.
Mano Jenkins is showing it tonight. The sophomore has got it going. Great finish around the basket and tremendous touch.
With the left hand, the Nighthawks flying early on here. If they could just keep Jagger Beck off that offensive glass, that has been most of the offense right now for Sutter.
It has, absolutely.
I think if you're Natomas, you're pretty happy with the start of this one.
Well, and the pace of play really favors Natomas right now. They got this right where they want it.
Jenkins knocks down the free throw. He's got 9 points.
Now, if you're Sutter,
here, Alfred Wilkins checks in for the first time.
Yeah, if you're Sutter, you can really keep an eye on this if you're Coach Body. They're down 8, and you don't want this thing to get away from you right off the get-go, because this pressure's really bothering the Huskies.
This is Daniel Ward in the front court. A couple reserves have come in for Sutter. There's Nassim Body, goes down low.
Great post
Lewis
defense
rejects it.
By Darion Jenkins.
And a missed shot. Now Kahari Lewis gets the rebound, and here comes Jenkins. Down low, Lewis couldn't handle it initially, and then he throws it away.
Yeah, a little out of control, but they're trying to play fast, so they'll probably live with that if they can keep the pace hot like they are thus far.
1:49 to play, first quarter. Nighthawks in the midst of a 10-0 run. Jenkins pestering the basketball. In the corner, this is Reese Rowland. And that's going to be a timeout. Sutter, they got to figure out how to deal with this pressure. You know, you mentioned really early on they were doing fine with the pressure, but now they're kind of succumbing to that pressure a bit. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here with you. 18-10 Natomas, 1:36 to go first quarter. Coach Tedman alongside Matthew Bissett. Coach, impressive showing so far.
It really is, and it starts with the defensive end for the Nighthawks. Their on-ball defense has been suffocating tonight for the Huskies. They're not allowing to really run anything. The only answer that the Huskies have thus far is offensive rebounds by Beck, because they haven't been able to run their offense yet. We'll see what adjustments Coach Body makes. I would like to see them just post up Jagger Beck kind of in the mid-post, see if he can work a little bit in there.
Seems like when he touched the ball, that's not an offensive rebound, that he gets swarmed immediately. You know, but Sutter's no strangers to being down early. They were down by 14 in the first half to Casa the other night.
See, there's the post up.
There's Body from the free throw line, off the mark. Beck with a big-time board. As it knocked away on the pass out, though. That was Darius Hemingway with the good hands.
Yeah, very quick. Good anticipation for Hemingway.
Yeah, Hemingway averages nearly 2 steals a game on the year. Body catch and shoot 3 off the mark. Hemingway with a rebound.
Nighthawks on the push.
This is number 11 with it, Joseph McNeil. Ball moving here. Wilkins will pull from 3. This one's off the mark. Rebound brought down by Hemingway.
So impressive on the offensive board are the Nighthawks.
McNeil will fire, no good.
Again, I would slow the game down a little bit if I was Sutter and really try to feature Beck in the post.
Here's Beck with it, tries to get downhill. In the corner, 3 by Rowland, no good. Rebound secured by Wilkins.
Here come the Nighthawks.
They don't waste much time.
No, they do not. They're on attack mode all the time.
It's going to be a foul on the floor. That's the 4th team foul on Sutter, so no free throws. It will turn the shot clock off, though, as now the Nighthawks can hold for the last shot of this first quarter.
That was good decision-making by the freshman Wilkins there for the Nighthawks.
Freshman up and down this lineup, sophomore. Mano Jenkins, here's the lob. Kahari
wow,
Lewis.
That was ambitious.
He wins it
got
back,
the bucket.
though, and gives it to Mano Jenkins,
Wow, they're
who
so,
puts it up and in.
So active on the offensive glass.
Jenkins has 11 in the first quarter, and he gets back and knocks that one away.
Yeah, right now Sutter's been hit by a buzzsaw called the Natomas Nighthawks. Wow.
Here's Deal to inbound. In the corner to Ward.
Great on-ball defense.
Beck open from 3. That one's long. Hemingway with another rebound. A steal in the backcourt. 5 seconds. And that's going to be a foul on Jenkins. Jenkins didn't like the call, but that's an okay foul if you're Natomas. 3.8 to go. You're not in the bonus.
Yeah, and they're just so aggressive. They're going to pick up a few here and there, but they've got the game and the pace exactly where they want it.
The first foul on Mano Jenkins. Natomas doubling up Sutter. 3.8 to go here in this first quarter. Here's Beck with it.
Gonna have to pull it.
Beck's gonna heave. No good as the horn sounds. 20-10 after 1. Natomas in control in the midst of a 12-0 run. We'll be back here on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions. Back for the second quarter here at Natomas High School alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Tedman. I'm Matthew Bissett. Coach, the Nighthawks looking good here early as they try to advance to the semifinals, but Sutter, this is familiar territory, although I'm sure they're not excited about that.
Yeah, they're a resilient group, the Huskies are, but the Nighthawks are just taking away all their oxygen. Their defense has been so impressive.
There's a feed to Lee, the floater. Jordan Lee, no good. Rebound. Secured. That was McNeil bringing it down. Hemingway with the drive, has it swiped. Good hands there by Ward. Here comes Deal into the front court. Deal steps in, no good. Hemingway with the rebound, but there's a foul called.
Yeah, Deal a little frustrated with himself, not making the layup. They need their points on the board here, down 10. Again, I think the Huskies should try to slow the game down enough to where they can play under control and then really try to take the Nighthawks into the post. They do have the size advantage.
That first foul was called on Darion Jenkins. This one will be called, I believe, on Alfred Wilkins.
We've seen a lot of basketball this year, partner, and this on-ball defense by the Nighthawks is as good as I've seen all year.
And you can see it. They come out and they warm up with defense. First off, here's Beck in the post. Oh, and that's a dangerous play there. So Darion Jenkins was just trying to get some position down low, but it happened to be simultaneous with Jagger Beck going up off the floor to catch that pass. And so it kind of looked like a box out, but on a pass to the interior, and they get Jenkins for the foul for kind of going underneath Beck. Nothing dirty about it, but a quick inbound pass, and Beck lays it up and in.
Again, that's where Sutter needs to make their money tonight. And the Nighthawks right back at you.
Here's Wilkins. Drives, blocked by Body. Nassim Body with the block, and here he comes. Lee, Deal.
Look at that on-ball defense by McNeil. Wow.
Here's Body down low, quickly doubled. This pass going to go into the backcourt for a turnover.
Nassim Body is just not gotten into the flow of the game tonight for the Huskies. This pace and quickness of the Nighthawks has really bothered him.
It's bothering most of the people for Sutter right now, except for maybe Jagger Beck, who already has 10 points in the game.
Yeah, he's been okay with it, but everyone else is struggling right now.
Mano Jenkins with it, 11 points, lead all scorers. Here's McNeil, baseline jump shot, in and out. Rebound, Kerms to Body. Here's Ward to Deal.
Nighthawks and straight man, they've got a mismatch with Beck. They really need to feature and look for that right now. They're only down 8.
He hasn't even come inside the three-point line on this possession.
No, he's staying way outside of the three-point line. They need to drop him into the post.
There's Ward, lefty runner, good. Nice offensive possession there. Ends with a bucket for Sutter.
Yeah, a little more patience that time by the Huskies.
And Ward scores. I don't think Ward scored at all on Tuesday in that game we did against Casa.
No, I agree with that. I don't think he scored at all, but that was a big bucket. Keep him in
Aaron
contact.
Wallace for three, and he knocks it down.
Another freshman doing his thing here in the quarterfinals.
Here's Beck. Good defense there by Terrell.
Now they've got a...
Jagger Beck will line one up from three, in and out, no good. Terrell secures the rebound. Back come the Nighthawks. Mano Jenkins for three, and he gets it to go.
They do a great job off the defensive glass, running to their spots in transition. Another three-pointer for Jenkins.
That ball gets up the court quick.
Well, you can advance it quicker with the pass than the dribble, and boy, are the Nighthawks doing that beautifully tonight. Ward
from the corner. This one's off the mark. Rebound. Good job by Lee to fight for it, but it's going to be secured by the Nighthawks, and a quick timeout. Coach McKenzie with 4:56 to go in the first half. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here with you, Natomas. What a terrific start to this game for Natomas. The Sutter Huskies still looking for answers, but it was about this point in the game on Tuesday where Sutter made their run. But this Nighthawks team, that was more of a sloppy lead for Cass on Tuesday.
I agree.
Nighthawks are much more poised and looking much sharper than what we saw from Casa the other night.
This has a different feel than it was on Tuesday night. Natomas has a very specific style of play. They're going to play to their strength, which is speed, quickness, getting up and down the court. Their on-ball defense is tremendous, and their team rebounding is really impressive. Sutter, I think, needs to slow down a little bit, be a little more strategic and surgical about their offensive approach, but I really do think they need to go inside out with Beck. And then defensive rebound.
Here's Mano Jenkins, elbow jumper, just long. Jordan Lee with the rebound.
The other thing that we can keep an eye on here, partner, is when Natomas scores, they're right into their press. If they don't score, though, they can't press. That helps the Huskies.
There's a block by Jenkins on a body jump shot. Here comes Jenkins on the break. Jenkins goes in. He's fouled. This will send Mano Jenkins to the line, continuing to get it done at both ends.
Yeah, he is so impressive. Very smart. He kind of leaked out there, but it was a timely decision. Not just a cherry pick, as we call it on the playground.
Well, he got the block, and then he just took off.
And that's just good quality play right there. With good recognition.
Well, especially when the Nighthawks are getting every single loose ball, you have confidence in your other guys to get to that one. As he knocks down the first free throw. 15 points already in this one. You watch him play this first half right now, and you wonder how he only averaged 18 a game.
Yeah, and I mean, he'd get contributions from other players, but he's looking for a big one tonight here in the quarterfinals. Got a little delay here.
Yeah, not sure what's something with the fans, but
yeah,
the official thanked somebody, so we're in good spirits here. And Jenkins knocks down both free throws. 16 points in the game for the sophomore.
Sutter's in a danger zone right now. I know it's only halfway through the second quarter, but they got to come up with some answers here, or this thing could get away from them by halftime.
Here's Deal down low. Deal looking for some space. It's the underside of the rim. Wallace with the rebound.
Wallace doing a great job of keeping his head up.
Here's Jenkins, glides in, and he finger rolls it up and in.
The Nighthawks are so well schooled and coached in this transition offensive game. Keep their head up, run their lanes, and finish.
And Jenkins knocks that ball away from behind. It winds up in a turnover.
And the reality, Matthew, is the Nighthawks are forcing Sutter to play faster than they're capable of. And it's showing on the scoreboard, more than doubling up the Huskies at this point.
We've seen a lot of basketball this year, and we are just over 12 minutes into this basketball game, and I'm already ready to put the performance we're seeing from Mano Jenkins in particular up there in like that upper echelon of performances I've seen all year long.
I agree with you. And he's doing it within the context of the team. You know, he's not searching or seeking points. He's getting within the context of what the Nighthawks do. But when he's getting it, he's delivering.
He hasn't forced a single thing.
No.
The lob down
nice
low.
Nice weak side.
Rose can't get it to go, but still good ball movement there.
Yes.
As Beckwith found Rose down low.
Fortunate for the Huskies. They need a few breaks here, and they need to move the scoreboard. Again, the defense of Natomas is in Sutter's head right now. Big time.
Yeah, turnovers piling up. You know, on Tuesday, they turned the ball over quite a bit as well against Casa. The only difference was Casa was turning over right back. Yeah, we're not seeing that from Natomas.
No, and Casa doesn't have nearly the quickness that Natomas is showing here tonight. And this quickness is not going away anytime real soon.
Jenkins for three, and that one just misses. It's gotten to the point where you're just surprised when he misses now.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful shot. The lid was going to come off this gym, which is filling up nicely here in Natomas High School. Mano Jenkins, wow, what a first half. What a half for the Nighthawks thus far.
3:05 to play first half, 30-14. Natomas on top.
They're staying in their 2-2-1 full court press.
Oh, here's Belmonte up ahead of the pack, lays it up and in, and the foul. Big bucket there from Diego Belmonte.
Yes, good concentration by Belmonte as Terrell was going to try to spike that thing down through the...
That was Kahari Lewis. Kahari Lewis was the shot blocker there. And whoop.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was trying to spike that through the gym floor.
Through the gym floor, exactly.
He was trying to see if he might catch some oil down there. Yeah. Belmonte converts the three-point play. It's big there, getting contribution from Belmonte. Only averages 2.6 a game on the year. 3 minutes to go first half. Full timeout on the floor. We'll be back here at ABC Jam Productions. Looking for a spark. Might it be that three-point play from Diego Belmonte that provides that spark?
Well, they've got 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and if you're the Huskies, you want to stabilize what you're doing, handle the pressure, don't turn the ball over. I'd still like to see the ball into Beck a little bit more in the half court. If they could get into the single digits before the halftime, they'll feel pretty good going into the half because it's been a blitz by the Nighthawks thus far.
There's a three on the way. That was Beckwith off the mark. Deal with the rebound. He steps on the baseline. So the ball will go right back to the Nighthawks and a fresh 20 or a fresh 35, I should say.
Yeah, it's tough when you're trying to climb back up the mountain just to give the ball back.
Yeah, stops have not been abundant for Sutter, and you get one and you give it right back.
Yes.
There's Wilkins. Back to Jenkins. Wallace will pull from three. Off the mark. Another offensive rebound, though. That was Hemingway. Wilkins fires. No good.
Look at
Jenkins with the rebound. Jenkins in the lane. Gets fouled on the way up. That's going to be 2 shots for Jenkins. He's at 18 points right now. Looking for a 20-point first half. I believe his highest scoring output of the year might have been 38, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's having a tremendous game tonight. This team rebounding, which we talked about at the Open for the Nighthawks, is really impressive. They are so quick to the ball, and they're just outworking the Huskies right now.
And Jenkins perfect at the line. He's now 5 of 5 at the line tonight. 2:29 to go first half. Second free throw from Jenkins off the mark. And Thomas gets the offensive rebound. Wallace from the corner. This one's off the mark, no good, and call out of bounds. I think it hit the support system for the backboard there.
The Natomas, when they shoot the ball, they look like confident shooters. You know, there's no hesitation to it. I love that.
Here comes Body across midcourt. He'll stop and float it up. Good. Let's see if that gets Nassim Body going. He averages 15.3 a game. That's his first bucket.
Yeah, that was a tough bucket. But a nice finish by Body. Again, if you're Sutter, you're just trying to get the ball.
See, I think I didn't see who got that bucket. But the 2 for Natomas either way. Deal from 3, no good. Rebound tapped out. Beck from 3. Can't get it to go.
Here come the Nighthawks.
Wallace with the rebound. Wilkins, he'll pull from the corner. Off the mark, Beck rebounds it.
So Sutter's actually settled in the game okay. They just need to move the scoreboard a little bit.
Body with the floater, no good. Rebound just pulled away there. That was Hemingway. And here comes Wallace on the break. Wallace will stop and pop, and he buries it from 3. That's a sweet-looking stroke there from the freshman Aaron Wallace. He's up to 10 in the game.
Yeah, 3 in transition is one of the best threes you can take.
Beck down low to Belmonte. Now here's Deal. Deal with the left hand. Nice move there in the post.
Yeah.
Gannon Deal, he's got 4.
Yeah, nice move by Deal. Sutter's coming out of their zone a little bit and trapping.
Wilkins again from deep. Another one off the mark. Belmonte can't secure the rebound, though.
Yeah, you got to secure the ball against the Nighthawks, or they'll just take it right away from you. Man, are they quick. 35 seconds in the quarter.
About 10-second difference between the shot and game clock. Hemingway goes right at the defense, gets his first bucket of the game.
Beautiful move by Hemingway around Beck.
20 seconds to go, shot clock turned off. Beck lays it up, no good. And the putback up and good by Belmonte. Diego Belmonte, 5 points off the bench.
Nighthawks running one shot, we got 8 seconds.
Here's Wallace.
Leaving a wide open three.
Got it! And that's the way the first half will end for the Nighthawks.
What a half for Natomas here in their home gym. It's rocking here tonight in this quarterfinal.
41-23. Natomas on top by 18, heading into the intermission. We'll be back for the second half here on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions. number 2, Mano Jenkins, 19 points in that first half. Aaron Wallace added 13 for the Nighthawks, and Coach Brian McKenzie's crew feeling good as we enter the last 16 minutes of regulation here.
So for Sutter now, the first 5 minutes of this third quarter are going to be critical if they're going to have any chance of getting back in the game.
Here's Darion Jenkins, the older brother of Mano Jenkins. Mano drives, kicks to Darion. Darion's 3 off the mark.
Well, Sutter's got to close these possessions with a defensive rebound. They didn't do it.
Darion will try from the other side. He gets this one to go. Extra possession for the Nighthawks, and they make it pay off.
Yeah, Jenkins, MD, they are being surgical tonight.
First points of the game for Darion Jenkins. 21-point lead for Natomas.
Natomas in straight man. Good ball pressure.
Izzy Body's been hounded out there in a little cheap foul out top. Getting called on Wallace.
Little handsy, but I don't know if that merited a foul. Sutter's got to pass and cut. They're not going to get anywhere trying to dribble off of this ball pressure from the Nighthawks. Maybe go to a 5-out type of set and try to get some cutters, use their size.
There's Izzy Body with it. Defended by Wallace. Here's Beck in the post. Beck. 2 defenders on him, rises up, no good. Jenkins with the rebound. So Mano Jenkins came over with the help D, then he secures the defensive rebound.
Yeah, and the thing about Mano Jenkins, he keeps his head up all the time. It's very impressive for a sophomore.
Here's Gannon Deal on the break. Deal loses it, and that was Darion Jenkins getting back playing the D. Body now goes up off glass, no good. The lid on the bucket for Sutter.
Good decision by the Nighthawks. It wasn't there, so they're pulling it out and running their stuff. Sutter's in straight man.
Here's Jenkins for 3 off the screen, no good.
If you're Sutter, you got to be aware all the time of where the defense is, because the Nighthawks will jump out in the passing lanes. Quick, active hands as well on the ball. Can't relax at all mentally if you're the Huskies.
Yeah, second foul call on Nighthawks this quarter on a little hand check. Maybe if Sutter can get to the foul line early in the quarter, maybe they can make a move here, but it's a tall task. Body with the floater.
That's a
charge.
charge.
And a charge. And who else taking it? It's Mano Jenkins down there at the bottom of the pile taking the charge. Oh, and Nassim Body a little slow to get up. He's holding his head.
Yeah, I hope he's all right. We kind of lost the vision there as to what happened as he fell, but
a lot of bodies in the area. So we'll step away with 6:06 to play in the third quarter. We'll be back here on the NFHS Network. Nassim Body is up and walking over the bench. It's certainly good to see here.
Yes, for sure.
At 44-23 is the score. Natomas, they have just, early on it was back and forth in this one, but a 12-0 run by Natomas after they trailed 10-8, and they have just really put Sutter in their rearview mirror.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, partner. They put their foot on the gas and just kind of pulled away there in that second quarter. And here we are with a 21-point lead for the Nighthawks.
Here's Wallace. And that's going to be a push on Sutter. So we get Gannon Deal with the foul.
Now, the game's kind of slowed down a little bit. You know, this frenetic pace and the energy we saw in the first half, it's noticeably a little bit down right now for both teams, really.
Wallace on the drive. Dishes to Jenkins. Jenkins mid-range pull-up. Good D there by Jordan Lee. And here come the Huskies. Ward to Deal. Deal right down the lane. That's going to be a block on Terrell, and that'll send Gannon Deal to the line.
That's a good take by Deal. Now he needs to obviously make his free throws. Sutter at this point can't leave any points off the board. They have to maximize their offensive output if they have any chance of trying to arguably get back in the game. Right now they are not.
Sutter yet to score here in this second half. Really actually slow scoring third quarter. The only points in the whole quarter are Darion Jenkins' 3.
Yeah, the game is noticeably kind of flattened out a little bit here. The challenge for Natomas with this big lead is to continue to play hard and play every possession. These are championship games. You need to continue to advance. You need to play 32 minutes no matter the circumstance.
Deal splits the pair of free throws. Terrell comes down with the rebound. Nighthawks want to pick up the pace. Here's Wallace. He is fouled on the floor. So that's 3 team fouls apiece now in this third quarter. Each team one more to give.
More fouling in this third quarter than we saw in the first half.
Terrell's going to pull from deep, and he rattles it home.
Yeah, the Huskies just let him wide open on that inbounds play, and he just knocked it down.
Well, he's a 20% three-point shooter on the year. Didn't look it based on that stroke.
No, he's 100% right there. It's very clean.
Beck steps in the lane. Beck pump fakes, no good. Terrell with the rebound.
Now Sutter needs to get back on defense, and Thomas will continue to push the ball.
Jenkins in the lane, no good. Gets it back.
Look at the offensive rebounding by the Nighthawks.
Beck with no good on the third attempt. Here comes Jagger Beck. In the corner, Jordan Lee catch and shoot. Off the mark, Darion Jenkins rebounds it. There's a lob looking for Wallace, but was picked off by his own teammate.
Yeah, spacing was a little off right there for the Nighthawks. I like the push, though.
Terrell from the corner. He's got 2 in a row.
He's feeling it. Achilles Terrell. And the lead continues to grow for the Nighthawks. Sutter still searching for answers.
Here's Lee. Drives and kicks. This is stolen. This is Beckwith. Beckwith goes in. The hoop and the harm. The Nighthawks have come alive here in the third quarter in tremendous fashion.
Yeah, the Hawks are flying right now. They've got their energy back where it was in the first half, and they are putting it on the Huskies. That last possession started with on-ball defense. They jumped the lane, and Beckwith finished the play. This is one impressive team tonight here, partner with the Natomas Nighthawks. Wow. They dismantled Colfax. They're doing the same to Sutter tonight.
Rebound by Beck off the missed free throw. Here comes Ward.
Well, Sutter's actually going to a 5-out. We talked about that earlier.
Izzy Body with the floater, no good, but he is fouled. That's going to be another one on Terrell. I think that's 4, it is. It's number 4 on Terrell. Oh, no, excuse me, 3 on Terrell.
Yes, it showed 4, but it's
there a moment ago, but they corrected to 3, yeah. Body's free throw, nice stroke there from the freshman, the younger of the 2 Body brothers. He had some big buckets late the other night against Casa Roble. He was pretty quiet in the first half, but when they needed him.
Yeah, and Sutter's shown they're resilient, but right now they're just getting run over.
Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout with 4:03 to play here in this third quarter. We'll stay right here with you. 52-26. Natomas in control, and they're growing their lead here in this third quarter, and it's not even the 2 guys that got it done in the first half that are doing it. Wallace and Jenkins haven't scored here in the third quarter. It's other guys extending the lead. Yeah,
they've shown a good bench depth. Coach McKenzie's doing a nice job of utilizing his bench in this quarter. If you're Coach Body, You just got to look your kids in the eyes and say, look, just play every possession and see how it goes. That's all you can do. But right now, there's just no answers for the Huskies as to this Natomas pressure, speed, and quickness. And their defense has really triggered their offense tonight.
Now Sutter's showing some pressure here. There's Darion Jenkins bringing it across midcourt. There's Wallace drives and kicks. Corner three by Hemingway, no good. Rebound secured by Ward, and then he is fouled. And this is going to be free throws for Ward.
Yes. So Natomas likes to contest those defensive rebounds. Sutter's gotten the rebound, and they'll try to jump and get a little bit of a hand up to delay the advance. There they were a little aggressive and picked up the foul. Huskies at the line shooting 2.
First free throw from Ward is good. He's got 3 points tonight. Didn't score at all, I don't think, in that game on Tuesday night against Casa. Nassim Body back in the game. Really great to see that.
Yes.
He took a hard fall moments ago. Good rebound here by Rowland. Then he loses it. It was Jenkins that knocked it away again. Here comes Mano Jenkins. Wallace steps into a 3.
Bang.
Got it. On the feed from Jenkins. Those 2 youngsters are playing some ball tonight.
Boy, a freshman-sophomore combo. One of the best we've seen all year. Wow.
Here's Beck down low. Beck, pump fakes, goes up and finishes.
That's a strong take by Mr. Beck.
First bucket of the second half for Beck. He's up to 12 in the game. 3-sport athlete for Sutter. Will be playing baseball in college, I believe, at the University of Hawaii. Jenkins in the lane. I thought he went up and down there.
Yeah, a little out of control, got away with it.
Darion Jenkins, step back triple, in and out. Beck with the rebound. That's going to be a foul there on Rose. So a strong rebound by Jagger Beck.
Yes, absolutely. And with Sutter, you just want to see him compete. You know, just compete every possession. Jagger Beck with a nice defensive board. Now we've got 2:47 left in the quarter. Sutter will be shooting free throws for the rest of the quarter. So they need to maximize their opportunities here while this clock is stopped.
Beck's first free throw was good. 68% free thrower on the year.
Jagger Beck, 6'6". Can you imagine him coming off the mound, firing 100 miles an hour to you? You want to take batting practice?
I covered it last year when he won the section championship.
We can arrange.
Sutter beat Bradshaw Christian in 13 innings at Sac City College as Beck knocks down both free throws.
We can arrange batting practice for you in the spring here in a couple weeks.
No, I'm okay. I have a...
You have a family to take care of?
Yeah, my calendar's full.
All right. All right, Natomas now running their motion.
Here's Wallace in the paint. Wallace is fouled. Let's put Aaron Wallace at the line.
You know, Sutter's doing what they can, Matthew. It's just, they're just overwhelmed tonight with the speed, quickness, and precision of the Nighthawks.
Wallace at the line, rolls in the first. Nice touch there from the freshman.
And the other thing that I think we need to comment on is, I don't know what their shooting percentage is tonight for Natomas, but it's high, and they've knocked it down from deep regularly.
And when they miss, they're getting extra possessions. So.
They are. We talked about the rebounding at the top, and I can understand why they're averaging 35 rebounds a game. They go after the ball. They're back in their pressure, 2-2-1 with the safety.
Here's Ward,
and that's
goes
a charge.
right at the defense, and Kahari Lewis takes the charge.
Kahari Lewis has played really well tonight.
Just energy off that bench. He's a football player. He plays like one, and you need that, right? That sort of toughness. That guy's in there willing to mix it up. Bigger body.
Absolutely. Doesn't mind the contact. Actually welcomes it. Trying to set a screen on Beck.
Darion Jenkins wants to go to work. Crosses over. Jenkins in the paint.
Wow.
Jenkins goes up and under and finishes off the window.
He's got the whole toolkit tonight. What an impressive player, the sophomore.
Oh, that's the senior. That's the older brother, Darion
I'm sorry.
Jenkins.
Yes, correct.
It's going to be a foul, I think, on Kahari Lewis. So to put Jagger back at the line. He just knocked down a pair of free throws a moment ago. 14 points in the game. He's a point shy of his season average. Misses the first. 1:48 to go, third quarter.
Natoma still playing at a fast pace. They'll do that for all 32 minutes.
It's going to be a foul on Rowland on the rebound after Beck misses both free throws. So now they'll come the other way, and it's going to be free throws for, is it Hemingway? Looks like Hemingway is going to shoot them.
Yes.
Darius Hemingway to shoot the free throws. Leads the team averaging 5.5 rebounds a game. Now keep this in mind. He's 5 feet 10 inches tall. Leads the team in rebounds.
Well, rebounding's about effort. You know, who wants the ball? And Hemingway does a great job of just seeking out the ball and going and getting it. And he's strong. So when he gets it, he's not going to lose it to anybody.
Impressive for somebody sub 6 feet tall.
Yes. But some of the great rebounders, even in the NBA, they're not the biggest guys.
Yeah.
They're strong and they just want the ball more.
Hemingway can't get the free throws to fall. Here comes Body with it. Ward floats. No good. Rebound being fought for. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Sutter.
Both teams still competing. You know, it looks to me, after the Castle win on Tuesday, and this is taking nothing away from Natomas because they've just handled their business tonight, but it looks like the Huskies are just a little bit fatigued and tired.
Oh, rejection by Kahari Lewis. And
Nice
then Beck
follow.
comes up with it and knocks it down from the mid-range. But Lewis exploded up off the gym floor to connect on that block.
Yeah. They are one athletic team.
Here's McNeil. Now to Jenkins. Darion Jenkins. Jenkins in the paint. Hemingway with it. Hemingway attacks. The
Beautiful
floater
finish.
up and good.
As a team, Natomas is so good off the bounce. And they know what they're doing. They're not dribbling without purpose. It's all meaningful dribbling.
Ward from the corner. His three is no good. Belmonte with the rebound. Good ball moving around the perimeter. Ward will try again. Off the mark once again. Kahari Lewis
Here
with the
they
rebound.
come, the Nighthawks.
Here comes Hemingway. Right at back. Lays it up and in.
Beautiful finish by Hemingway. And if it wasn't blown open before, the Nighthawks have blown this thing wide open, up 30.
8 points for Hemingway in the game. Oh, big time collision there. That's going to send Ward to the line.
Kahari Lewis is a man, and he's playing his game tonight.
Wherever Kahari Lewis is, oh, we're sending the teams to the bench. I'm not sure what's happening here.
I don't either. I didn't see anything inappropriate.
I didn't see anything
It's
either.
just-
Coach
it's a foul.
McKenzie's kind of wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
He was
Coach
going
Body's doing the
going
same
for the
thing.
ball, and they just collided, but both teams kind of wondering what's going on. So just a common foul.
Yep.
That's the high school version of replay review, where the officials just get together and talk about it. I don't mind the conversation. I don't
No.
think it was necessary, but
No, but if they weren't sure, it's better to be certain about it.
I mean, it was a big-time collision out there, but Kahari's on the bench wondering what I do. Here's Ward at the line. 78% free thrower. Not good on the first attempt, though.
Yeah, for Sutter, this is tough. Just got to keep your chin up and just keep playing the best you can.
Second free throw here off the mark. Oh, McNeil can't control the rebound. Beck has it. Beck goes glass up and in.
Beck's had a good game tonight for the Huskies. It's been the one real bright spot for the Sutter
He's got
club.
18 of their 35 points in the game. Wilkins from the corner. Got it. He had a few good looks in that first half. Couldn't get him to go, but now the freshman gets one. And the horn sounds to end the third quarter. 66-35. Nighthawks cruising. One quarter left here as Natomas looking poised for a semifinal berth. Spectacular season they're having under Coach McKenzie. Here's Body with the drive. Nice runner there. Got some touch off the front of the rim.
Nice finish by Body.
His second bucket of the game. Here's Beckwith with it.
Doing a nice job of ball movement for the Nighthawks.
Got three on the way. That was number 23, Jeremy Ruby. Just checked in the game for the first time. Body's gonna pull from deep. This one's off the mark. Beck taps the rebound to himself, puts it back up and in.
Yes, he's had a solid game tonight for the Huskies. Jagger Beck.
Turnover in the backcourt too. Beck 10 points in each half, so 20 points in the game for Mr. Beck. Quarterback's the football team. They made it to the semifinals. Baseball team won a section championship and a NorCal championship last year.
Yeah, he's been legendary for the Huskies during his high school career.
Here's Ward. Out to Lee. Lee's going to catch and shoot. There's another three-sport athlete there. Lee was leading receiver for Sutter football and also plays left side of the infield for Sutter baseball. McNeil's going to pull it from deep. That one's short. Beck with another rebound. And he'll just run the point as well here.
Yeah, do it all.
Oh, little fake handoff. Beck just in the lane. Belmonte's fouled. Boy, Beck is just a tremendous athlete.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to talk about Natomas ad nauseum here because they're going to be moving on to the semifinals, but this Jagger Beck is an impressive young man.
Yeah, that was a perfect example of his skill set right there. Grab the defensive rebound, decides I'm going to keep it myself, be the point forward, finds his teammate, Belmonte, and they can't make the free throw, but
Belmonte misses the first free throw. 6:43 to go in the game.
Coach McKenzie doing a nice job for the Nighthawks, rotating guys in and out. What you want to do now, if you're Natomas, you don't want to develop any bad habits. Just play solid, finish the game out strong, and move on to the semis.
I think Coach McKenzie didn't like the way the last couple of possessions had gone. He put Mano Jenkins back in the game.
Exactly right.
And here's Jenkins from three. This one's short.
You're shocked when the ball doesn't go in when
Right.
Mano Jenkins shoots the ball. Got a
Jenkins
beautiful
drives
release.
the lane, a little up and under. He's fouled. That'll send Mano Jenkins to the line. Hasn't scored yet in the second half. He's 5 of 6 at the line tonight.
He plays a lot stronger than he looks. You know, he gets in the lane with the big guys. He's undeterred. He's got nice moves in there, and he can finish.
Such an impressive sophomore.
Wow.
First free throw is good.
And the other thing I'm very impressed about tonight with Natomas, they're getting their points within the context of what they do off their pressure, their half court. They share the ball. They play good defense. They're connected on defense. Just an impressive team.
And Jenkins misses the second one, but McNeil taps the rebound out, and Jenkins controls. Now Jenkins goes right at Beck. Good contest, but Kahari Lewis with the rebound.
Yeah, Lewis has been great inside there for the Nighthawks.
Body with the block.
Good patience.
Long possession here for the Nighthawks. Corner three, this is Hemingway off the mark.
And again, Natomas likes to contest the ball off the defensive glass just to slow the other team down.
There's Body with a little Euro step to the cup and a lefty finish. Nassim Body.
Yeah, but Body said, how do you like that?
McNeil goes up, no good. Kari Lewis with the putback.
Beautiful follow by Kahare Lewis, staying in the action all the time.
He has one speed.
Yes, full speed.
Mano Jenkins, 3 in transition, off the mark. Beck with the rebound, has it knocked away. It'll stay Sutter basketball. 5:20 to go here in the game.
Place was ready to erupt if that 3 had gone in by the man, Mano Jenkins.
Yeah, you know, he had spent some time on the bench. I think Coach McKenzie wanted to get some different guys in the game, but like you said, don't want to develop bad habits. I think some of those possessions weren't going the way Coach McKenzie wanted to get him back in the game. Now Wallace back in the game. Darion Jenkins back in the game.
Yeah, they played so crisp and clean tonight. Coach McKenzie doesn't want that to stop, and here's a possession to turn over in a bucket.
Mano Jenkins banks in the floater. Sutter has put in their reserves. Here's a steal. Jenkins. Oh, I thought he was trying to flush that one.
Going for a highlight reel right there. So I think what we're going to see here with 5 minutes to go is Coach McKenzie will probably want a couple of good possessions out of his team, and then he'll start substituting in the bench guys. For Sutter, they've had a great year, but Coach Body knows this has just been too much tonight for his Huskies, and he's going to let these other players get in and get some experience playing in a big-time quarterfinal matchup here in the D4 playoffs.
Yeah, I think Mano Jenkins' night is done. He was just taken out shortly before the timeout, and they actually call it a full timeout. So we'll step away. 71-42 here in Natomas. .05 to go in the game. Still some starters in the game there for Natomas. I think you called it with a couple of nice possessions, and you'll see that bench emptied. Yeah, Darion Jenkins is fouled. He'll go to the line.
I expect that's what will happen. He'll start rotating guys in until he gets his full reserves in the game. But again, you don't want to just get into garbage time where it gets completely disorganized, particularly for Natomas. I mean, they're looking for a bigger prize, and you want to make sure you're playing the right way all the way through.
Darion Jenkins misses the free throw. Second free throw from Jenkins is good. 30-point lead once again for the Nighthawks.
Still showing their 2-2-1 zone press.
Mason Cartwright in the game now for Sutter. He's a football player and one of the absolute best linebackers in the Zach Joaquin section. And he looks like a linebacker.
Yes, he does. Storied football program.
There's Trenton Harder, another one of those football players.
Nice handoff. Sutter showing nice patience.
All the football players in the game. Here's a 3 on the way. That one's off the mark. That was Rylan Rahul.
Jeremy Ruby in the game for the Nighthawks.
Hemingway for 3, and he knocks it down.
Senior's been solid all night. Darius Hemingway. That was deep.
Pass down low off the mark, looking for Luca Maloney.
Here comes the next group of 4 for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, now you see that bench emptied for Natomas. 4:16 to play, 33-point lead.
Everybody getting a chance to play for both teams. Game was decided some time ago. It's nice to see these players get in the game.
Here's a deep 3 attempt. That was number 12, Isaiah Coleman. And Ruby with an attempt. It goes out of bounds.
And no one's bashful on Natomas shooting the 3. And they all look pretty good coming out of their hand.
You can tell as, the coach gives them the ultimate confidence.
Yes.
Now, if you got guys who can shoot the ball on your team, the last thing you want is them to be hesitant.
Yeah, put it up. Shoot it with confidence.
Here's Cartwright. Cartwright looked like he was about to ready to run somebody over there. He gets called for the walk.
In between moves for Mr. Cartwright.
There's a corner three on the way, and that one's good. That's Chauncey Cook knocking it down from deep.
Yeah, the senior knocking it down. They got a team of shooters, these Nighthawks.
Must be a three-point contest every practice.
Yeah.
The foul on the floor. That's the fourth team foul.
This is really an impressive performance by Natomas. They're the 3 seed, but I'm telling you, whoever they play in the next round, whether it's Riverbank or they have to go up to Union Mine, that team's going to have their hands full with these Nighthawks.
Let's see if we can get you a score update here from that game.
All right.
It's updated on Max Preps. Here's the drive. Lefty attempt there. No good, but a foul. That was Rylan Rahul taking it strong.
Nice drive and lefty attempt there. Going to the line. Shooting 2.
No score update on that one just yet. Also in the D4 bracket on the other side of the bracket, the 4-5 matchup showing 36-34 Ripon on top of Escalon in the third quarter. That's what a 4-5 matchup should look like.
Yes.
The scoreboard.
2 schools very close together.
And Rahul knocks down both free throws.
Yeah, nice job by Rahul.
So a timeout on the floor, 3:20 to go in the game. Going to be a full timeout. A full timeout. We'll step away. We'll be back here at ABC Jam Productions. A few minutes away from a semifinal berth here. Here's Rose with it to Ruby. Ruby drives the lane, has it knocked away, regains. Kicks it out. Benjines for 3. No good. Sammy Sharma with the rebound.
Sutter on the push.
There's a 3, a deep one. That was Rahul, no good. Now Ruby brings it into the front court. No update on the Union Mine score. We checked. Max Preps doesn't have a score for that one. This is going to be an offensive foul on Ruby.
Yeah, on the dribble handoff, he's got to stay stationary. Did not do so. Picked up the offensive foul. Little delay here. Official checking with the scores table. All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's make sure we get everything right at the scores table in this 34-point game.
Yeah, make sure we get the foul on Ruby.
That's going to be a turnover. Ball back to Natomas.
Sutter picking up full court. Still playing this out despite the score.
West Campus has a big game tonight at Venture down in Stockton. That's a league opponent for Natomas. It's a 9-against-1 matchup there.
The Venture's loaded.
Here's Rose for 3. This one's off the mark, and Cook comes away with the rebound.
Again, these rebounds by the Natomas Nighthawks are so impressive.
And Ruby knocks down the triple.
And that's the reward you get.
But Chauncey Cook with the rebound. He's listed at 5'2" on the roster. And he went down there and snatched that rebound.
Yeah, they're relentless on the boards. Very impressive. Great closeout.
Here's Harder for 3.
Nice
Trent
shot.
Harder knocks it down. Confident looking stroke there.
Inside of 2 minutes left.
81-47.
Natoma still staying structured, running their stuffs. Very impressive. Sutter and straight man.
Make sure you stay with us after this one. We'll have an interview with Mano Jenkins, our player of the game. There's a foul under the hoop. This will put E.J. Rose at the line.
We talked about this earlier. Both teams are playing hard all the way through the end. It's been a clean, well-played game. Natomas has just been too good tonight for the Huskies.
Look at this young man at the line. He is a freshman, and there's no way you would guess it if you just saw him.
No. E.J. Rose, a 6'3" freshman.
I'm still doubting his freshman status as I look at him over here.
Freshman didn't look like that when I was in high school, I can
No.
tell you that. But impressive-looking young man.
Sharma's going to try a three, in and out. Cook with another rebound.
On the push. Both teams still getting after it.
Here's Rahul.
Wow.
Off glass and the foul.
Acrobatic circus shot by Rylan Rahul. Going to the line for the three-point conventional play.
1:17 to go in the game. You mentioned no quit.
No.
Fun stuff for these young men to be able to get a bucket in a playoff game, a section quarterfinal game.
Absolutely. Means a lot.
I know you call it the second round, I call it the quarterfinals. One of us is right, one of us is wrong.
Well, for Natomas, they're halfway home.
Here's
So
Ben
we'll
Hines for three. Off the mark. Rose snatches the rebound. Ben Hines along the baseline, dumps it off to Rose.
Nice
Up
teamwork.
and in. No matter what unit you put in the game for Natomas, they're sharing the basketball.
Absolutely right. Spot on.
First bucket of the game for Rose. Harder, floater, no good. Ben Hines gets the rebound. Shot clock basically turned off. No difference to the shot and game clock.
I think Natomas is just going to hold the ball, finish it out, classy. In this quarterfinal matchup, it sounds so much better than the second. I'm getting rid of the second round, partner. This is a quarterfinal win for the Natomas Nighthawks. An impressive performance. Sutter did what they could. They were just not good enough to deal with the Natomas Nighthawks tonight.
And that'll do it. 83-50 is the final. We'll be back with an interview with Mano Jenkins here on the NFHS Network.
Want me to go get him?
Sometimes I have to do a double take to make sure it is true you're indeed a sophomore. How does it feel to be moving on to the semifinals in the section tournament?
It feels good. You know, me and my team, we put in a lot of work to be in this position. And, yeah, we worked hard all year for this, bro. Like, we've been putting blood, tears, and sweat into this. So.
Yeah, Mano, this starts in the summer, doesn't it, with your teammates? You get your concepts together. I was so impressed how connected you are on defense, and then you guys can get up in the court and fly. Additionally, can you tell us about your mindset coming into tonight's game, and then secondly, moving forward into the semis?
My mindset coming into this game is just to be locked in and not to focus on too much just basketball and winning, bro. And yeah, I just try to keep my teammates focused and locked in before the game and try to make it to sections.
It seems like your team is really tight.
Yeah.
Everybody shares the ball. There's no hero ball. Does that come from Coach McKenzie? Does he preach that to you every day?
Yeah, it comes from him. It comes from all of us, bro. Just keeping each other, holding each other accountable, just keeping each other in a good place, and making each other better.
And it seems like you're humble and hungry, which is a great combination trying to win a section title. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Well, you know, this is kind of a family affair for the Jenkins family. You got your dad on the bench. You got your brother Darion on the floor with you most of the game. How special is that in your household to be going through this run together?
That's pretty special. You know, we've been waiting all of our life for this. You know, we put in a lot of work since we were young. Me and my brother, we didn't used to like playing on the same team, but, you know, we grew out of that and had fun as we got older.
Well, the fun certainly shows. Mano Jenkins, our ABC Jam Productions player of the game. We'll be back to wrap up all the the action from the Thomas.
All right, thank you.
Congrats.